Hi, I'm Mitchell. I'm a fixer. Today on Morning Love, we'll talk about my path from fixer to healing facilitator. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Love, your daily dose of love, hope, and encouragement from here at beautiful Buckwheat Farms Magic Emporium and Ballroom. And it is getting beautiful this time of year. Starting to get some things popping up. My daffodils are coming up, and it's a beautiful, beautiful time of year. I want to talk about today about being a fixer. As my little opening was supposed to suggest, it is an issue. It's an issue that I've had to deal with. In case I haven't told you before, which I obviously have, I'm a firstborn. And with that comes a lot of things. A firstborn of two brothers. Again, my parents were young when they had us. My mother was 19 when she had me. Had the third child on her hip by the time before she reached 23. And so she had a handful. And as a result, I had to become highly, highly, highly independent. In fact, it became almost a source of pride for me to become independent and not need help. And that's another issue I'm dealing with. But it made me desire to be a fixer. Because I needed to be independent and do it myself, that I assumed that everyone else wants to be independent and do it themselves too. And so, I project that upon people. Terrible, terrible thing to do, project anything that we feel upon others. And learning to recognize that was one of the steps. But I'm also an empath. And so as an empath, I see people struggle and I want to fix it. And a lot of times I know how to fix it because I am highly intuitive. I'm highly intelligent. I'm very, very, very open and receptive to compassionate, I guess I should say. I understand other people's feelings, kind of reflective of others, and people find themselves opening up to me. Spent many years as a bartender, no surprise, and it's amazing what people will tell their bartender. So I see people struggle, and I have this desire to help, so I want to fix it. And then, of course, I'm a Pisces, so that makes it even worse because with me, I find it really easy to let go of those things that no longer serve me, whether they're possessions, ideas, ideologies. Once it loses its draw for me, once it loses its functionality, once it loses its power, I'm ready to get rid of it and move on. Whereas others aren't quite that way. And so I find myself a little impatient with others. So what I found myself doing is being a fixer is recognizing things that people were dealing with and then trying to fix them and telling them, when I was pastoral counseling or any type of counseling, this has kind of been my modus operandi. You come to me, I tell you, you tell me this issue, I tell you to go do this, you come back with the same issue. Did you do this? No. Then I'm done with you. And that's, I've got to repent of that and turn away from that because that's my projection, because that's the way I deal with things. You tell me what I need to fix and then I go about fixing it. And I don't need to ask you about anything else. And this is me but others aren't quite like that. And this is where I've begun my transition from a fixer to a healing facilitator. One who, when I recognize the pain and the source of pain, and not just physical, emotional, but the source of issues within someone, rather than addressing it openly and trying to fix it, I've begun to seek ways to draw the other to recognize it themselves, because that's only the only way that healing can truly occur. We keep looking for doctors, medicines, something outside ourselves to heal us. But we are the only healers that we have. And all of the healing is within us. So that's, and I'm not just talking about physical healing. I'm talking about emotional, mental, financial healing. All the answers are within us. And so I've changed the focus of my practice from pinpointing and trying to tell people what needs to be healed, to showing them how and helping them and holding space for them to facilitate their own healing. And I think this is a major shift in my paradigm. And with that in mind, that you've seen in my other content about community exchange systems. I'm trying to get set up with the guys here in my hometown, but apparently they've left it high and dry. I haven't heard back from them. So I'm going to initiate that to get a community exchange system set up here as a means of facilitating you setting appointments with me for healing, and not that I would do anything to you, for you, or instead of you, that I would facilitate and make space for your healing. And it'll be an open exchange of things of value from you and things of value from me, because it is of value. And I'll be setting up on Facebook and the website an appointment calendar where you can schedule appointments as well. And so look for that in the coming days. I'll make an announcement now. As soon as I get it set in concrete, I'll come on and bring it on to you, here to you. But in the meantime, know that whatever it is that you're facing, that I'm standing with you and believing in you and holding space for you so that you can believe in yourself, because you are your healer. Not a doctor in the world has healed anyone. Not a medicine in the world has healed anyone. The only one who has healed anyone is you. Namaste.